Problem 4.4 NC. It is based on heat transfer by free convection from vertical surface. Problem statement is like this. A rectangular duct 30 cm by 20 cm in cross section carries cold air. The temperature of the outer surface of the duct is 5 degrees Celsius and surrounding air temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Find the heat gained by the duct assuming 1 meter duct is exposed to the air in vertical position. The properties of air at mean film temperature is given below. Cp is equal to 1006 joule per kg Kelvin, rho 1.2 kg per meter cube, mu 18.17 into 10 to power minus 6 kg per meter second, nu 14.61 into 10 to power minus 6 meter square per second, and K 0.0256 watt per meter Kelvin. Use the following correlation for Nusselt number is equal to 0.13 GRPR power 1 by 3. So in order to solve the problem, let us first draw the schematic. In the problem, there is a duct of height is equal to length of N, width B and breadth W. This duct is carrying cold air. So because of the cold air, the duct surface will also become cold. And let's say the duct surface temperature is Ts. This duct is exposed to the surrounding air at temperature T infinity. Since Ts is less than T infinity, by virtue of temperature difference, heat transfer will take place from the surrounding air to the duct surface. So the duct will gain heat from its surrounding from all its 4 surfaces. 1, 2, 3 and 4 surfaces. The top surface and bottom surface, actually they are open to carry the cold air. So in the problem there are only 4 surfaces from which the duct is gaining heat from its surrounding. So we are supposed to calculate the rate of heat transfer by free convection from surrounding air to the cold duct. After drawing the schematic, let us enlist all the given thing. So duct surface temperature is given as 5 degrees Celsius. Surrounding temperature is given as 25 degrees Celsius. Width is 30 centimeter, 0.3 meter. Breadth 20 centimeter, 0.2 meter. Length we are been given to assume as 1 meter. And inside duct fluid is cold air. Why I have mentioned this cold air? Because we are assuming that cold air and duct surface temperatures are same. Let us make some assumptions. So assumption number 1, one-dimensional steady state heat transfer. 2, constant properties of fluid, that is surrounding air. 3, no heat transfer due to radiation, purely convective heat transfer we are considering. 4, air is considered as an ideal gas, so we can use gas laws and relations applicable for ideal gas. And 5, duct surface and cold fluid are at the same temperatures. So that is very important assumption. Step number 4, we are supposed to find out heat transfer from surrounding to the duct surface. Step number 5, reference temperature. So for all the free convection problem, the reference temperature we are considering as mean film temperature, which can be calculated as Tf is equal to Ts plus T infinity over 2. Ts is 5 degrees Celsius. Fluid temperature is 25. So mean film temperature comes out 15 degree Celsius. After this, let us obtain thermophysical properties. So thermophysical properties can be obtained at reference temperature of 15 degrees Celsius for air, and these thermophysical properties we are supposed to obtain from the given values. So all these values are given to me in the problem itself, so no need to refer data book. So the Cp value is given as 1006 joule per kg Kelvin. Density is given as 1.2 kg per meter cube. Mu value is given as 18.17 into 10 to power minus 6 kg meter per second. Nu value is given as 14.61 into 10 to power minus 6 meter square per second. Then thermal conductivity of fluid, that is air, is 0.0256 watt per meter Kelvin. So this way we could obtain all the thermophysical properties. Then step number 7, is to find out boundary condition. So in this problem, duct surface temperature is given. So excuse me, it is constant wall temperature boundary condition. After this, the step number 8 is to find out nature of flow or find out the value of Grashof and Prandtl number. So Rayleigh number based upon linear dimension will be product of GR Grashof number based upon linear dimension and Prandtl number. Here GRL is Grashof number and it can be calculated as G beta T infinity minus Ts into LCQ over nu square. Now in this expression of Grashof number, here I have deliberately taken temperature difference as Ts T infinity minus Ts because surrounding fluid temperature is more than duct surface temperature. So this term I will always be considering as positive. Now in the above expression of Grashof number, beta is coefficient of volume expansion and it is given as 1 over mean film temperature in Kelvin. So this will be 1 over 15 plus 273. So it will become 1 over 288 Kelvin inverse. Then LC is characteristics length. It is also called as significant length. And this will be L or height for vertical surface. The characteristics length for vertical surface is considered as its height, which is given as 1 meter in our case. So based upon this, I can calculate GR suffix L as 9.81 into 1 over 288 into T infinity is 25 minus 5 degrees Celsius into LC, that is 1 cube over nu square, that is 14.61 into 10 to power minus 6 whole square. Now solving this will give me value of Grashof number and it comes out 3.192 into 10 to power 9. Similarly, I can calculate Prandtl number, which can be calculated as mu Cp over K. The value of mu is 18.17, Cp is 1006 and Kf is 0.0256. So 18.17 into 10 to power minus 6 into 1006 and thermal conductivity 0.0256. So from here the value of Prandtl number comes out as 0.714. Therefore, from equation 1, value of Rayleigh number, that is GRL into PR, will be 3.192 into 10 to power 9 into 0.714. So this value comes out 2.279 into 10 to power 9, which is less than, which is greater than 10 to power 9. So flow is turbulent. So this way we could calculate the value of Rayleigh number, and we could identify the value of Grashof, product of Grashof and Prandtl number. Now step number 9 is to find out the expression for average Nusselt number and calculate the value of average heat transfer coefficient. Now in this problem we have been given the expression for Nusselt number as 0.13. So since we have been given this, we have been asked to use this expression for Nusselt number, so we need not to refer data book. 0.13 into GRL PR power 1 by 3. So average Nusselt number can also be given as H bar into LC over KF is equal to 0.13 GRL into PR 1 by 3. So value of H bar is to be calculated. Value of LC is nothing but 1. Value of KF is 0.0256 is equal to 0.13, and we can put the product of GRL into PR as 2.279 into 10 to power 9 power 1 by 3. From here I can calculate the value of average convective heat transfer coefficient as 4.379 watt per meter square Kelvin. And finally, the step number 10 is to calculate the heat transfer rate. So once again, I can use Newton's law of cooling . And from this, I can calculate Q as H bar into AS into T infinity minus Ts, where AS is total heat transfer area of the duct. So as you can see here, this is the duct. So this dimension is 0.3, this dimension is 0.2 meter, and this dimension is 1 meter. So total surface area will be surface area of this face and there are two such surfaces. So twice into 0.3 into 1 meter. Similarly, surface area of this face, there are two such faces. So twice into 0.2 into 1 meter square. So putting this value into expression of heat transfer rate, it will be 4.379 into twice of 0.6 plus 0.4 into 25 minus 5 degrees Celsius. So heat transfer rate comes out 87.59 watt. So this much heat will be gained by the duct carrying cold air from its all four surfaces. So this way you can solve this problem. So outcome of this problem, by solving this problem you will be able to understand how the heat transfer rate from vertical surfaces are calculated, how characteristics length for vertical surface is considered.